And maybe tell me a little bit more about some of your goals for the second half of the year, particularly as you are getting into I imagine the integration between the two companies really moving along at this point, and what the second half of the year brings for you all.
So what was neat about this is like they're just a much larger version of what Cardinal Peak kind of does. So it just gives us a whole lot more power on in the particular areas that we're already kind of focused on. But what we're really interested in, and it's a lot of hype around Gen AI and things like that, but we have now the power and the customers are really focused on how can I bring to bear like generative AI or ML to help me basically get a better business outcome. And it's now real versus just pure POCs, so or proof of concepts. So we can start to focus some research and then some real product development on how can we actually get some of these workloads out into the field to basically improve services and provide more value to customer experiences.
Very interesting. Well, and the AI and machine learning is, I mean, the applications are really insane if you look at the breadth of what all can happen there. So, where would you say we are in the stages of AI and machine learning being rolled out? I mean, AI and ML isn't really new, but this generative AI with ChatGPT really, taking off and getting a lot of attention has created a lot more competition in the market as well. But how would you describe where we're from your perspective?
I mean, I don't have exactly on this hype cycle like where things fit, but my sense is like on the ML side, especially like when we're doing image recognition and classification on the edge, like that's kind of coming down into is it the not the trough of despair, but it's like really starting to get deployed in real world applications. I still kind of feel like the Gen I is on the early stages where we're really trying to see where it sticks and where the value could come from it, and then understand the true cost. Like it's not free to be able to custom train an AI model or to basically be able to focus on a particular enterprise's problem. So I think we're learning what's valuable and then understanding that value, like what's it actually going to cost me as I roll it out into the real world and into production.
Well, and that cost is really important because I think a lot of companies are trying to determine the level of investment and whether it's resources, time, or money to be able to have additional capabilities, and then what's the ROI that's going to come back. Is there any way that you're able to explain this to your different clients when you're talking to them? Because clearly they're making an investment to change their products to do
That's
something different than they have in the past.
that's a big part of what our proposals generally include is a cost analysis based on kind of what the problems like they need solved, that kind of the data that's kind of the input to the problem, and then based on our experience and like how these models will run. And I think one of the big things that Cardinal Peak's good at is like we have a lot of edge experience. And in fact, I think we were founded mostly around our kind of edge embedded hardware kind of expertise. And then we've added into the cloud and mobile side of things. So figuring out where to run certain workloads, like should this particular classification be being done on the edge, and only when that particular occurrence happens do we do something in the cloud. Um, that's a real benefit that we bring to the table. And what's interesting is FPT does the same thing, but multiple orders of magnitude more expertise in both areas.